Yeah, let's talk about 360 deals. Like, I got a good theory on them, but like, I'll let you start off. Like, what do you think about 360 deals?
Well, I think it's basically, I think 360 deals are even a thing right now because, like we were talking about, rap is a popularity contest right now. So dudes just want to have that next thing that they can gravitate to and be like, something to brag about basically. So I signed a deal. So then you read the contract, they're like, hey, fucking sign their life on a piece of paper. And now next thing you know, every single thing you do, the record label's taking a cut from.
Yeah.
It's like back in the days, like deals were, you hear about rappers 15 years ago complaining about deals.
Yeah.
But like, at least they got their touring money. They got their like, you know what I mean? Like there was things they did.
Outside the actual music, they could actually make their money otherwise.
And now that the music's not making enough money, the labels want to grab at everything, which is fucked up. It's like if you build a brand for 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, however long, you've built your own brand and then you go sign to a label, why the fuck are you going to let them take a percentage of everything you do? Especially when these labels aren't working as half as hard as they used to. Like, you used to have A&Rs, you had artist development, you had, you know what I mean? Nowadays you don't get that. They just literally sign people. Like, if the Catch Me Outside girl, Bad Bobby or whatever she calls herself, can get a fucking multi-million dollar deal with Atlantic, it goes to show what rap has turned to, you know what I mean? It's like the new disco. It's the...
Exactly.
It's a popularity contest, and that's exactly what it is. They're gonna sign people with likes and stuff because to them, that's as sad as it is to say in the world of the internet and memes, that is a brand. So they built a brand.
Yeah.
They didn't build it the authentic way by being a good artist and paying their dues, but they built a brand off some nonsense, and the labels gravitate to that. So even those people, those are the type of people who deserve to be in a 360 deal. But a good artist, you know what I mean, a real pure artist, fuck that, fam. It takes way too long for you to build yourself a brand by being an actual artist. To let these record labels come put their hands in your pockets. And they don't even do their job anymore. Like, back in the day, they used to at least give you funding. They used to at least, like, now you got like an advance when you sign to the label, and like that's it. They're not like tossing you money for your records, and because everyone can record in a fucking basement studio now, so they don't have to give you money for studio time. They don't have like, so the idea of the 360 deal is just absolutely bonkers to me, and the fact that people actually sign these things. But
like, here's how I see it. Like, I watched the thing with like Lyric Cones and Kevin Lyles talking about it.
Yeah.
And now for if your label ain't doing a bunch of things for you, then it's completely a bad deal. But like, what if like, okay, like they're setting up your deals with like other companies, like they're getting you brand endorsements. They're bringing these brand endorsements to you. They're going to try and get you movie deals. And they're working all the sides of like, and they're helping book your shows. They're setting up your tours. If they're doing everything that's involved with the 360 deal, if they're helping on every single aspect, then I kind of get the 360 deal. If a label is truly behind everything that you're trying to build.
But a lot of times, like, but if
they're not,
that's what your agent's for, and that's what your publicist is for, and that's what your fucking
well, the amount of people that are involved in artists now, like labels are kind of taking over that whole, like, you don't need all that, because like a label is going to like let's say like you tell them you want to start getting in some movies, they're gonna set you up with auditions. Like back in the day, like labels didn't care about like.
No, you need an agent.
You need an agent. Nowadays, like a proper label will do that.
Will they actually though? Like, will they actually?
Depending on the label and depending on if they're good and they're and they want to get the business done. Like I heard like like somebody like Lyric Cones that knows all that kind of like. All the different things around, but then like, let's say like Atlantic, like, I don't know who's over there, but like, if they're signing 360 deals over there, I don't know if those guys are doing the same thing that like kind of like, the Kevin Lyles and like kind of like, I heard like Kevin Lyles say like, he's not only like the record label guy, he's also managing these people. Like I heard him talk about back in the Def Jam days, like where like he wasn't technically a manager of all these guys, but he did management stuff for them.
Yeah, I mean, if the label's actually doing that stuff and you don't have an agent, you don't have a manager, any of that stuff, and the label's actually doing that and doing diligence to their job on
Then I agree.
then I
with
guess they get a
360.
cut because that's the cut you'd be giving to your manager
Right.
for setting that up for you or whatever. But I don't know.
But if labels aren't doing that, then that's a horrible thing to be being in a 360 deal. Imagine you're in a 360 deal and the only thing the label's doing is like
Distributing your record.
Distributing your record.
Which nowadays isn't even really a big task because there's not even hard copies.
Yeah.
So it's literally, you can do that yourself, do like CD Baby or something.
Exactly, right? So as long as the label is working for you, I think a 360 deal can work. And like, just don't sign a life contract for it. Because then like, I don't know, if you sign it for a couple of years and the label works with you and all that stuff like that, after your brand has been built to a certain point, then you can go on your own.
Yeah.
Like, and make your thing because you already have your brand. But to start out, to get that initial, maybe if you sign with the right label with 360.
The thing is, I just don't even.
Period of time.
Nowadays, everybody has a label too. Like every independent artist releases their music under their own quote unquote label, and like I don't even see the brand of building a label anymore. Like when we were coming up, labels, like it was cool to have your own label. You know what I mean? Like every rapper had kind of their own label or their boys label. Like you had your Murder Inc., your Rough Riders, your Rockefellers, your Shady Records. You had fucking even like every artist you knew basically was like under an umbrella of a different label. But they had their own label. You know what I mean?